Look, a swan. We are here in Florida. This is Mark.
Hey.
Hi. And we're talking about, my goodness, I met this guy. Can't remember how he found me or how this all happened.
I think it was YouTube, actually.
Yes, this is one of my YouTube fans. Woo, subscribers, go subscribers. And if you subscribe and you see that I'm coming into your city, come tell me and I'll come say hi to you. So we have this amazing opportunity to be in a swan. I want to be able to show you this. Look at that swan, it's beautiful. Woo. I'm hanging out, we're here in Orlando. And so here Mark began to tell me, I'm like, so what's your deal? Like, what's your story? And he says, yeah, I used to be part of this organization called Cuddle Time. And I was like, wait, tell me everything. So now I really want to go through this story with you. So there used to be a business called Cuddle Time, and they had, okay, well, here's one of the things that I thought was interesting. Like I said, tell me about like the people that were running this thing. So
the people that were running this thing, I don't know their real names because they never disclosed their real names.
Oh my gosh! And then they contacted you, like they communicated through.
Yeah, through like a texting app.
You don't want to say which one?
I don't know which one it was.
Oh, you didn't have one.
No, I mean I texted them with my real number, but they texted me through like an app that generated a fake number. I'm assuming it might have been like, you know, text me or I don't know. I don't know which one it was.
Yeah, so it was like really weird. Like you never knew who the owners were.
Right.
Because doesn't that seem kind of sketchy to you?
I didn't think about it at the time.
Okay, this is a couple years ago.
Yeah.
All right, so then here you are. So you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. You decide to sign up with them. Mm-hmm. What do they tell you when you sign up?
Just the rules. No sex and no hooking up with clients and just the normal stuff that any business tells you. Any cuddle business. Any cuddle business tells you.
I would say don't be creepy.
Yeah, don't be creepy. Shower before sessions. Don't smell.
Don't smell.
Practice good hygiene. Wear appropriate clothing. So don't come scantily clad to sessions.
And they said that you were the only guy.
I was the only one, and they were like, "Listen, you're probably not going to get booked a lot, if at all." I was like, "All right, cool. So I guess I have nothing to lose. So if I sign up, that happens."
So by the time like you found their website and you contacted them, how quickly were you on their site?
Immediately.
Oh, jeez.
Immediately on the site,
but
not immediately booked.
Of course not. How many people were on the site at the time?
I want to say like 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what got really interesting. All right, so let's say that after a few months you got booked, and what happened? How did they communicate that with you? How did that all go down?
So what happens is one of the rules is the clients are not allowed to give the cuddler their number. So everything goes through the owners, and then the owners say, "Hey, guess what? I got something for you."
And tell everybody, how much did you make per hour?
It was like 30 something an hour or something like that.
So you already
they kept a percentage.
They kept probably 50%.
I think it was 20, actually.
So it wasn't a lot of money. These sessions didn't cost much. Okay.
No, I think it was 20 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah.
You're moving us toward the water.
I'm moving us toward the water.
We don't want to get.
We're not supposed to move towards that water.
No, the fountain is not.
It's one of the rules.
All right, so here you are making $36 or whatever, 30 some dollars. Did you go to that session?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
It's good. She was a sweet girl. She had fibro and she just needed a hug.
And you felt capable. You knew how to.
Oh yeah.
Like you just walked in and said, "Hey, come here, let's cuddle." Like.
Pretty much.
And it was on the couch. Was it on a bed?
It was on a couch. And then she asked later on if we could go to her bed, and I said, "Sure, we can do that."
And then you just kind of like held her, or she held you. What was the
both.
arrangement?
Just held each other.
Okay, pretty simple.
Yeah, pretty simple.
Put a timer on, and then you knew what time the hour was over.
Yep.
And you got paid by the company.
Yes. And at one point, she just wanted to sit up and chat, and we sat up and just watched funny YouTube videos, and I mean, it was fun. It was like I got paid to be her friend for a little bit, and she really needed it, so I was okay with it. But to your point earlier, yeah, I wasn't trained in it. Like they didn't say like this is what you do, like that. I just kind of went off of my own natural ability.
So you didn't get a lot of support. Not that you needed it.
No.
But did you ever hear any stories from the other people that were working? How
No.
was their experiences with it?
I never heard anything. I never heard any bad stories.
Yeah.
I never heard any good ones either. I just never heard anything.
So you knew about this organization. You were communicating with these people via some texting thing. You didn't know who they were.
Right.
And then one day, what happens?
And then one day, I was friends with one of the girls who also cuddled. And I said, hey, I haven't heard from her in a while. I was like, hey, what's going on? And she was like, hey, Mark, I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm just, hanging out. And we just chatted for a little bit here and there, just irrelevant stuff. And then I said, so, hey, have you had any sessions lately? Because at that point, I hadn't been booked in a little bit. And she was like, no, I haven't been booked at all. And I was like, that's crazy. Like, she's a sweet, cute, bubbly girl. Why aren't guys, So she goes, well, the company went under. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, the company just went under. I'm like, did you know this? And she was like, yeah, I knew. I knew. And I was like, well, but I didn't know. Like, I knew nothing. So they just kind of went, and they were like, Mark, whatever.
Oh, poor Mark. What I find it fascinating is that you didn't know who they were. They weren't really good at communicating. There was it seems like a lot of shame. They had that kind of secrecy.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Feels really sketchy to me.
I didn't think about that.
Did you think about, like, what did the website look like? Did it feel professional? Did it feel like it looked legit?
Yeah, it didn't look. The website honestly didn't look bad. It was mediocre at best. It didn't look like a 4-year-old made it. It didn't look sketchy. So there was a nice session for like FAQs and like questions if you wanted to submit them. Like you can submit your request on there. I mean, it really wasn't bad. They even had an online chat feature. So as long as the owners were on the website, you were able to chat with them about certain things. They had testimonials from people from other clients. So I mean, it really wasn't a bad site. I don't know what all happened, but I guess they just decided we're not doing this anymore. I don't know.
What's weird, again, they seem really inaccessible, and so the industry has changed and grown a lot. Now in Orlando, there are, I don't know, snuggle buddies here. I'm not even sure, but there's no certified people here doing the work. So I'm here and I've seen some clients and it's had a really great experience thus far, but there are cities all over the country that don't have people that have this experience. But thank you, Mark, so much. This is a great story. It's just like I didn't even know about Cuddle Time. Fascinating, and how much we've grown. So I give my kiss. So are you doing a kiss? All right, awesome. Bye, so of course, once we sign off, Mark starts telling me stuff that was like, what? Okay, let's go back. So they had you with background checks, which makes sense. Make sure that you aren't all weird.
Yep.
And then tell me about this process again. So a client goes to the site and says, I'd like to see this person. Clicks, right? Mm-hmm. And then what happens?
So if it's your first time, you get a 15-minute leeway time where we get to chat and that person gets to see, all right, do I really want to hang out with this person for the next hour? Do I not? Do we feel comfortable? And it's very much for the snuggler too. Do I feel comfortable with that person? So
here's what I think is interesting and different, and I think the way that they're doing it for me would not feel good at all. So what happened would be the client would go to the site and choose someone. They would pay for their time. The client would pay ahead of time, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And I'm assuming the company, we're making a huge assumption, the company would do screenings on them. We don't know. You don't know if they've been screened. Right. You don't know anything about them.
As far as I know, they're good.
As far as you trusting these people that you don't even have their name or their faces, you have no idea who these people are, or their real phone number. Yeah. Then suddenly you get a message saying, hey, you have a request or whatever. Then you spend the first 15 minutes, you spend 15 minutes of your time in person at their place, probably. Right?
We went outside, but it was close to her place.
Someplace where that's when you're doing your screening. And so there's no way, you have no way to access their phone number, the client's phone number. Right. So then you can't.
So if the client's gonna be late, they have to reach out to the owner, and then the owner says, hey, so and so is gonna be late. Which honestly, by that point, what if the message could get lost in translation?
Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
I know.
No wonder they went under. Okay, so then there's so many steps to here. Okay, so then.
Hi, previous owners of Cuddle Time, if you're watching.
Oh, I don't know if they're.
Just kidding.
Hopefully they disappeared.
I'm kidding.
So then you're trusting these people, anonymous people that you don't even know, to screen your people. Then you meet with them 15 minutes, and then you both have to decide face to face. You have to say, I don't like you.
Yeah,
I don't want to meet with you.
Terrible for me or the other person.
Well, especially if you only had that one client, but for people that have seen like maybe dozens of clients, that doesn't feel safe to me.
No one wants to deal with rejection either.
Like, I would want to be able to like screen my own people, to know them, them to get to know me. No wonder the clients probably didn't even want, it wasn't a good service because the clients didn't get a chance to meet the person over the phone, to really connect over the phone. It doesn't feel safe for the client or for the practitioner. Really, think about it. Yeah. I wouldn't feel like, I would like, can I talk to that person ahead of time? And they're like, no.
I know. In hindsight, I wish I had never done it. Because there were so many like things. Like, I was like, why can't I have their number? Like, why can't I talk with them and get my own, like...
relationship, really?
Like, it's going to be my time and theirs anyway, not my time and the owner's. So, I mean... But yeah, that's...
And then if everything goes well, so you're giving 15 minutes of your time in person, so you have to travel, right?
You get paid for travel.
Who pays you for travel?
The client.
How much do they pay you?
I don't remember the fee. Honestly, I don't remember.
But was it through the owners, or was it like directly paid you?
They could directly pay me the travel time, or they can pay the owners. My client paid me directly for my travel time.
Okay.
So she was like, "Here's extras for some gas."
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, I mean, I appreciated it because that money came to me. I didn't have to wait for that gas money. I didn't mind waiting for the other money.
How long did it take you to get that other money?
Not long at all.
Like a day?
Yeah, a day or two.
Right.
But the travel money I kind of wanted right away because, especially with that particular one, if I remember correctly, it was a little out of my way.
Yeah, totally.
I was out of my, and I came directly from work, so I didn't even get a chance to change from work. Like, I just went straight over. Yeah.
Kidding.
Yeah.
You broke the rule. You smelled. No, I'm kidding. All right, so so then you have this hour session. Again, all very interesting. Again, how different organizations did this. They went under.
Yeah.
Lesson learned, those of you who want to build your own cuddle business, don't do like Cuddle Time. That's terrible. All right. Bye again. Signing off.
That's it, I promise.
Bye.